Okay. Marvel till we lose. Even if it's one game.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
See what people pick here. Oh, looks like we got tanks galore, so
We are cloak and dagger.
I'll be healing.
We are hope and fear.
Kinda wanna try play some Magneto. I guess we need healing, so.
There's always a spark of light in darkness. Seconds before you attack. Get ready. Look at us. We practically match.
This is haute couture, darling. Designed by Jumbo Carnation himself.
Oh, my costume just kind of came with my powers.
You can practically see the inside about how good.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Today we fight as allies. Do not give me reason to alter that arrangement.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
Get off the ramp, guys.
That's 3. And I love mind games. My time to shine.
Join Hulk. There's gonna be a fight.
I suppose that helps.
Well, this might be a quick session. For some reason, we're
Much to
split up.
prove.
Our foes may be near.
God of Thunder!
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Eerily quiet here. Yes. Unnaturally so. That's better.
Maximum pulse!
My time to shine. Don't blink. That's much better. No worries. I've got your back. Embrace the light.
I was fine, but thank you.
Why would you fight like that? I mean, it worked out somehow, but I don't know why we weren't on point.
Light doesn't dispel darkness. It helps me see the darkness and face it. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
My crow's hunger. I remember you from Kirisaki Mountain. You are an Oni.
Hulk has no idea what Pretty Lady is talking about.
We fought side by side in another lifetime, Harukumaru. I have seen you smash your foes.
Sure sounds like Hulk.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? I hope this is important. Reed and I had a date night planned.
Take this place. Follow this enemy. See the adversary.
I'll get you next time. The mission area is yours. Capture now. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. The mission area is yours.
Destroy it all and make use of it.
Just embrace the light.
See the adversary. See the
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Armed and dangerous!
Awful retreat.
Keep capturing more than half of the mission area. Keep going. Feeling fantastic. My time to shine.
GG's.
Another epic victory! Big win!
I was a little worried at first half in the first one, but we pulled it through. Started working together. Oh, he'll do nothing. The other team wasn't doing damage. We play till we lose.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
E's ally F's me. Okay.
For so long, I fought for mutant kind's future. Our time has finally arrived.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
If Doom was a friend to mutants, but destroyed the timeline, what would you do?
I am too world-weary to engage hypotheticals, Ilyana. The battle before us is enough.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
We'll do this the same way we always do. Together.
Much better. Here they are now.
Looks like the mission area is full of capture now. Capture the mission area!
My power cannot be quelled. I feel like myself again.
I see that!
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway
I shall
point.
not be removed so easily.
Cool.
I feel like myself again. removed so easily.
Again!
You need not fear.
Well, this is gonna be the end.
Charles dreamed of a safe haven for all mutants. At last, I have made it a reality.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Oh, Final Fantasy 14, here we go. 7 if we lose, we go.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
I don't feel like there was any one person as well. They were just pathetic, honestly. People were healing, people were trying to protect each other. Just was too much firepower. Just have one game away from. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Win or lose. I'm not going to be healer. I want to try knocking out 2 of the missions, you know? I can do that with one game.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
I just need to play as a strategist, and I just had to heal like 1,000.
Light can harm. Same with me.
My
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Doctor Strange, wow.
We're in this together, Tandy Bowen. Get the stars out of your eyes and let us fight.
Whoa, all business.
The fate of many worlds is at stake. It is a mighty quest.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
I'm hulking out!
And I thought Hydra had too many tools.
Just a scratch.
Help, friend. I was worried. What level
Aha! Good whale.
They've made it halfway! Stop them!
Armed and dangerous! Again!
Yeah, that was a really good whale. I couldn't get out of there quick enough.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be
How you
the time
doing,
to
man?
stop them. Better stop that vehicle.
Well, happy birthday to your daughter. Uh, 1-1. I did lose one, so but I had a mission where I could complete it easily. Or two missions I could complete easily just by playing as a healer. So I wanted to do that real quick.
In their tracks. Shields up. Might be the sound of
This is real firepower!
Ah, trying to heal the guy that was far away. Pushed too far.
Stop them!
Shall we get this chance again?
Better stop that vehicle!
Might.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a talent.
What? How? I literally just walked through.
Only 60 seconds left.
Again!
Still a chance to
You gotta be kidding me on that one. I had no shot.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
I am ready to
God damn it! Come on. Is he just aiming for me right that damn well?
Dagger's back.
Better stop that vehicle! It's now or never! Stop them!
End of the road for this
Down to
vehicle.
30 seconds.
Armed and dangerous!
What?
Final 10 seconds.
Didn't even see that guy come at me at all.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. I am Phoenix.
You owe me one.
This is real firepower!
My time to shine.
The current
Hell
score
there.
is 0-2. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Round
With
2,
a tie,
go!
I wouldn't know the real power of the life force.
Fools!
I
Do
should
you
go
truly
name our
believe
again.
you can stop my grand scheme?
And seeing how we have a Hulk.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You cannot save Yggdrasil, nor can you save
Alright, let's
yourself.
get this win here. This is going to be my last game, and then when Final Fantasy said they lose one, but I wanted to do this because of having the 2 missions I could finish real easy, which I accomplished now by playing as healer
Battle
and
starts in 5, 4,
healing before I only have like 1,000 left. I had healers left.
1. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
My time to shine. My time to shine. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Insolent fool. Onward to Yggdrasil.
I don't know how we ended up doing triple support in this game, but it's working, so I don't care. I know triple support's kind of frowned upon, but
Armed and dangerous! This is real firepower!
Against the world!
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Armed and dangerous!
My turn to shine. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. Almost there. Don't turn back now. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. Hold still. I'm trying to help.
You got a shield, Tandy.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
So how old's your daughter?
Hold still. I'm trying to help. You owe me one. That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way. My turn to shine. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
You got a shield, Tandy. This is real firepower! Armed and dangerous!
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. So close. This is your big chance. Final score. 3-2-2.
Turning 2. Oh, I remember those days. Don't miss them.
Another epic victory. Big win.
And back to silver 2. I can't get out of silver. I got it within like a I got like within a game or two of going to gold, and then I went on a losing streak last night. Man. It's been a rough one. I go on win streaks and then I go on lose streaks. Man, our Hulk had 39 kills. Wow, holy cow. But yeah, I mean, history. But yeah, this is what it's been like for me. Is I got to silver. I got back at the silver 2 last night. It was a few games or times ago, I guess, when I got to silver 1. I think I was in silver 1. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Yeah, see, it just goes in streaks on me. I want to play again, but not afraid of. Okay, one more. We'll play one till we lose this time for sure. Now that I got those, I need to play another game as a Vanguard. I want to try to learn Magneto, so I need to play some Magneto. But I'm not that good at Magneto.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
See what people pick. We got 2 healers.
Round 1, go!
Yeah.
Be wary.
I'm going.
For so long, I fought for mutant kind's
We'll be coming
future.
in
I
30
can't
seconds.
DPS, so I'm
Stay
going to
strong.
Has finally arrived.
avoid that.
If you step out of line, Mr. Barnes, I will not hesitate to rip that metallic limb from your body.
Then I guess it's a good thing I only need one arm to take you out.
Free tanks?
I'll swap
The
after
battle
this.
starts
That's
in
fine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They have been seen and they will not
You cannot hurt me. I feel like myself again. You shall not be harmed.
My bad.
Hello, Amelia. How's it going? Alright, I'll heal. I said I would, so I'll swap. Just follow me. Cool. How you doing today?
Halfway! Stop them! Better stop that vehicle!
I'm on PC. How about you? I play some Marvel, Final Fantasy, Dune, and I'll be playing some Battlefield when that comes out.
The god of thunder!
Died quickly there.
I'm back in the fight. Better stop that vehicle!
I'm not really interested in art stuff right now. I'm not really interested in art stuff right now. Ah, I didn't get out. Oh, I'm dead. I knew I shouldn't have played one more game.
Double KO! There's still a chance to stop them!
Light can heal and light can harm. Same with me.
What's the point of that?
Now might be a good time to stop them. Us against the world!
See, that was a bad TP. I don't know what the point of that was. We're behind them on the when they had the cart.
It's now or never! Stop them!
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Behold the god of thunder!
Yeah, it made no sense.
That's what I needed. Right, vengeance personified.
You stop them in their tracks!
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
The light always comes back.
You stop them in their tracks!
I really don't know how Mantis is healing. I know I'm not a fan of a Mantis healer.
Foam of life. My time to shine.
That was one of the soldiers.
I'll get you next time.
You stop them in their tracks!
So cold.
Down to 30 seconds!
Enemy tag.
Behold the god of thunder!
My time to shine. Strangers.
Final 10 seconds!
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner!
Damn Storm!
The current score is
We stopped them, nice.
2.
Let's go, girl.
Let's
Time
keep it
to
up.
Switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear. Before we had powers, we had each other. That bond is unbreakable.
Seconds before you
Definitely
attack.
pulled it out in that
Get
second
ready.
half. Let's hope we can keep that up.
I am happy to see you too. And happy we will be in this battle together.
I really have no idea how Mantis is
The
doing.
battle starts in 5.
Because I kept on seeing Mantis running up there and just
2,
dying.
1.
Like that.
Just embrace the light.
I want to heal so much.
Take out the flying nigga.
Ah!
The one now?
Kill the guy that's flying.
Get that vehicle moving again. My time to shine.
Feeling stronger already.
I know the way to Avengers Tower. Follow me. Only 60 seconds left. Moving again. That's 3.
I can only heal so much.
If you don't give up, Herbie, neither will I. Deal?
Down to 30 seconds.
tried. I did what I could. I got us to the point. Prolonged as long as possible, but I did what I could.
Much to prove.
Final Fantasy.
Score
Done.
0-2-2.
Dun dun dun. Not doing it. I said I was going to. I already did more than I was told.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
I mean, the biggest issue is that one there, to be honest. Or Amanda's only healing 20. Honestly, Thomas should have just stayed on heal and we could have done triple heal. But alright, we're going to swap over to Final Fantasy here. I think I went, what, 3 and 2? Go get some water. Oh, okay. I really need to find more people I can play Marvel with. I do enjoy it, but it's so frustrating because I have no one to play with except for Yukai or occasionally Morris. Alright, so we are in Endwalker. Last time I got on was literally for one talk, and then all my friends got on, so I swapped games. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist with ours. Though Krill herself is tied up with another investigation, Logue is an entity, a capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make a talisman that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed, we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, this strap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protection properly through our alchemy. Thanks to the skills provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever it is, leave it to me. I mean, I'm stuck doing it either way, so might as well. Thank you. Lest you wonder, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission, of course. In that case, Uringer and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you will work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready then, let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. I believe I already got that, yeah. Oh yeah, I can't fly. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all that are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many sleepless nights, the drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficiency. Upon activation, it will be more certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you'll be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to discern your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. You're struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject has no irreplaceable urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Savage stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Why make us go in a circle? Subject 42 rated. Impressive. No irregularities. Confirmed. Resume the test. Please follow and brace for the final discharge. You're struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survived completely unscathed. Ether exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to Supervising Alchemist. Ah, you returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish this ether for when we test the talisman. So no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Yup. Then the strength of your blessing is beyond a doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead, and with easy hearts. Got some spit down the wrong pipe there. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we exhausted our stores of key ingredient for it. Spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like you to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, the Axodora travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I'll compensate you for your troubles, of course. I'm in debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kadasha's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east to the Great Works. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Logan, look out, Logan! You guys sure you want to do this? You guys aren't gonna hurt me. Caused by the gave me a fright to think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank you, the sisters. I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. And here we are, Kaja's footsteps. Kaja was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that the spirit weed grows here in abundance. It was said about Harzant once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The Canners aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry.
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing. Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Khan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hyur from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
I have enough spirit wait till last us go well. Thank you for keeping watch. Let's head back to the great work, shall we? It won't let me drop down there. I'll be right back. Try myself some beef jerky. Logan, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. If you excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. I have messages for you, Mistress Nadara. It would seem the stores of the Giant Skull are running low. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Erendred took everyone about their tempering cure. Einstein shared his knowledge of dragons, and your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain. We'll need to find and replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I cannot in good conscience send you out there alone with kidnappers at large. Logan, both though I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to go fetch the giant skull? In case you're not familiar, giant skull is a type of one, ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, its applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found at Blue Dane Giant Skull Grounds isn't far away. It shouldn't take much more of your time. Maybe post you once more. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zahara. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamasa, Mistress Nadana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I bring a house of 2 inches. Meet me there when you are ready. Well, let's grab that purple quest real quick. Alright, Hom says, Logan, if the creature looks familiar, is because they are close kin to your Rosian dodos. Hana had long been kept as livestock in Tavir and have a hierarchy may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hierarchy being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remains as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. You're ready? Then let us depart. You only need to ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. This sort of lends hold with welding and minutia against the marker before it casts down and conflicts in. To the left, and require no interruptions to the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small aisle. Almost there. Though the main part of the hierarchy is atop the cliff, the outpost itself is on the beach. And here we are, manned by the Radiant Host. The outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, well, who should it be but our young Farshawn, on an errand for the strap? Has excellently bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We certainly do our duty, but we are honored to receive excellence regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle and no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It has been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, we went on to represent the strap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be now, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do on my own violation, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of his excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith is in the strap, is unwavering, but still I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? Oh, Nadine, thank you. Who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of him. Permit me to introduce Logan Hunt and the Rosian come to assist in the making of the talisman. Rosia, you say? Towers appear over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers. Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. Ah, I've heard about you. The visitor from Rosia. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telefari? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like an Erosian and Far Eastern brothers. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk had taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the island Namar. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far to the water and you expose yourself to the corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique, and our host still lies with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. It occurs to me, I have yet to properly use our company. We're the Radiant Host, a military order under the Strap command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with therefore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had paid a heavy price. With the Towers and Roads, do they likewise spawn monsters? So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggle, we can expect calls where outside aid to be answered. Kept seeing hair out of the corner of my eye from my mic. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As neutral nation and trading hub both, Rad at his hand ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, the stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will be grateful for your account. But come, you had best be see to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east upon the Hamsat, and you'll arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. I don't want to take the Hamsat. Where am I going? There's nothing marked. Oh, there it is, way up there. I don't understand why I gotta use the hands. I can't use my own mount. It's not like it flies. Anyways. Hi, this is indeed Grant Skull Grounds, and I am Zerhara. Is there something you require? Grant Skull for the alchemists, you say? Of course they shall have it. Deliver tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Here you are, a stack of pure giant skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folks of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts, and if they need more, they need but ask. Right there. Go do that real quick. What do you mean I need to go get back to work? Oh, have I really been out that long? I really should go. I was hoping to get a better look at the stage before I left. I'm sure you're busy, but can you assist me for a moment? Thank you. I'll inspect the walls so you can make sure the stage is in order. Any problems with the floor and the paint? I'll have to fix them the next time I come by. Thank you for checking. You know, it seems odd that I've never met you until now. You wouldn't happen to be interested sent by students about that scene, would you? You are? And here I was delegating you manual tasks. If I had known I've always admired drivers like you, you see. I was studying to be a dancer under Mistress Shamir at one time. I wanted to see the realm as I traveled for performances. And maybe I still can. Not as a dancer, of course, but as an alchemist. Oh, but we should hurry back to the great work. I don't want to cause any more trouble than I already have. Ah, there you are. I heard you helped my colleague with her stage inspection while you're out. It's greatly appreciated. She really is up to your kind, you know. She lost her chance to become a dancer due to an unfortunate injury, and now she's working to heal the sick and injured as an alchemist. She was happy to meet you, as am I. Here, a token of our thanks. Ah, welcome back, Logan. Dare I hope you have the giant scowl. Oh my, such a fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. Now we have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it'll be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that. What is it? What did you see? Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last! Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless. Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Head now. It's a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, wherever you that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could. So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance. A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
That's not good.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Armor at At your service. Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards. Always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see you.
Ah, you returned, but where's Mistress Nadara? Mr. Preserved, just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Sun's gone wire, hasn't it? What happened? So is Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily, lest we endanger Nikana and other captives. Tickling. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nadaha's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Oh, Nadaha. Can you answer me this? So Nadaha is trapped in the tower. Is she still alive? Yes. She's still alive. Yes. Then we must make warding scales as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nadaha proved at peril to herself. So let's make more scales that she and all those who were taken might be saved. As alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, this strap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of warding skills with you. And for the worthy visitors, a mere invitation. In her report, Mrs. Dower noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. The fat Khan came to the strap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so it is agreeable, you will now accompany me to Raz at hand for audience with His Excellency. Which be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be the benefit of all. Then settled. Please come to the gates east of the Ganskell grounds, and I'll show you into the city. I feel like I should go grab that one real quick. But it does matter. No one told me Content was a Mantica. Could I ask you to speak with her in my stead? Well, you have my traveler. I'm Kanseca, and it is my job to assign the right word to the right workers. May I have your name? Logan and Ogle, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, Grandma, why? Why did you have it to be a Mantagia? Your companion quite alright. I understand my reaction. The Jajatura tribe have done much to stain the reputation of our people. You're looking for work, though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can get since the troubles began, so I'm afraid all the simple jobs are gone. As for what's left, I only have tasks fit for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? Fighting? I can fight. Yes, lest you doubt, my skill is likened to that of the Dragon Queen, the legendary Chakotay herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you on your own, out on escort duty then? A group of artisans set out to harvest materials and asked that I send prospective proctors their way should I happen to enlist any. What? They already set off? Is our duty not to escort them? There's to be a ritual dance performed in Kendra's footsteps. They'll need incense and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there was no time to waste. And these artisans you speak of, do they also include Mantingia in their number? Just ask Sarkar who submitted the quest. I hope that won't be a problem. Oh, not at all. I look forward to fainting at the feet of the most feared enemy. Okay, I cannot do this alone. Pray and lend me your strength for the victor of the Nadim, and half the reward of this task will be yours. There's not plan to venture far. Leave Yellow Mile to the west, and you should soon come across your employer. Then that is where we shall meet. You will find me there, yes? I'd rather just give her the money and call it. Ah, you must be a belated escort, yes? Glad such courageous. Is your companion not well? She seems a touch shaky. Of course I should have thought of it before. I shall harvest the necessary ingredients while the artisan stays here. That way, I have no need to fear him or being harmed. Perfect. I must say, this is less than ideal. My people are already scattered across the wilds, and I want someone to roam around to ensure they were safe from attack. Is your friend perhaps frightened by Acrosordora? I have met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you could patrol the area as I asked, I must attend to my own harvesting. Just let me fudge. I was so absorbed in my task I failed to notice the ground shaking at their approach. Still, my injuries are light and my satchel is full. Thanks to you, I think I can make it back to town in time to meet the others. My colleague told me of his rescue. Although he had hoped for an escort from the start, imagine if he hadn't come at all. I sent him and others back to our workshop, so consider your duty with us complete. You have my thanks. As for your payment, that you can collect from Kensinka. Alright, I suppose we want to report to Kensinka then. Ah, there you are. Your employer expressed satisfaction with your work, so congratulations on a job well done. As a response to recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned, to say at least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. But when times are hard, the people of Tanvir rely on such traditions to renew their faith and bolster their hearts. the teachings of the divine. The death of Artisan would have been thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. Please accept repayment, half each, as agreed upon. Interested in further work? I may have something for you, if so. Oh. Dang it. No, we're not doing that one. What are you doing? Just playing games. What are you doing? Why are you in here?
What is that?
Just a airship thing.
When did you craft?
I've had it for a while.
When did you have it?
For quite a while. I don't remember when I got it. Why are you in here? But you have friends over.
What is that?
What is what?
What does that mean?
An elephant.
Is that a bad guy?
It's just like a jaw. It's just an elephant.
But why he has red eyes?
I don't know. Does Mom know you're up here?
The
Bubble.
bubble was heading towards our house.
Mm.
It was heading
A piece got cut. Yeah, it's just a monster.
He didn't saw you.
Not that one. The other one did, yeah, that's why I attacked him. Know if he's a beef jerky?
What is that blue thing on the side of your map?
It's an Ethernet crystal. It makes so I can teleport to places, but I haven't got there yet, so I can't go there yet. I believe I'm going there soon.
Hello.
All present, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permissions, I ask that you remain close to me at all times.
What? Hello. 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 Hello.
A vast rock squats upon Thavne,
Logan,
and
stop,
to its
please.
stony surface clings the city of Rads at Han.
What is that?
Was what?
What's all the hoods
It's a new city. It's a new city.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
No.
The fragrant haze,
What?
a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke.
Hmm?
The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
So this is where you are now?
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are. Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Arkasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the Great Worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
Ah, that would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood. From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radzat Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, The narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
Well, that's cool. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlon and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune the death right here before departing, unless of course you enjoy violent nausea. I still can't get down there. Okay, well, I guess. Yeah. I should make this the place, because this one's going to be headquarters out of this one, probably. Just as getting used to balmy Thanvir, we're back at chilly Saarland. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries. that real quick. Pardon, good sir, I could scarce help but notice that sightseeing log on your person. Not to be the adventurer my niece wrote about, would you? Ah, so it is you. Please make your acquaintance. I am Barth Ironheart, Miss Aunt and seasoned explorer. Be a dear and hand me your log of yours. Mina told me all about how she helped you embark on explorations of your own, so it's only right that I share with you some wisdom of my own. Let's see here. Oh, I can't forget to mention that. And done. You should be all set, dear. I jotted down everything I've heard about the most remarkable vistas the realm has to offer. Of course, a few notes I've shared are not more than rumors, so describing locals so factual that I can barely believe they exist. But as I always say, the true joy of exploration lies not in the destination, but in the journey. So go forth, dear, and see what sort of journeys these hints take you on. That sightseeing log of yours won't fill itself, you know. I haven't done any of those. You know what? Screw this. I'm going to teleport back because I don't want to do that long walk back. It looks sucked. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Nomrian Sterling's grandest collection of books and tombs. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that. The archives of Nomrian extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the great Google library pale in comparison to Nomrian's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlene is free to enter and use its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. Dispatch your Sola and Ra to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alice and Alphina will help me continue my search through the stacks open in the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor, here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlene history or foreign policy. Here has to be to find and study relevant publications. I promise you, working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues you are looking for. Let's be about it, shall we? I have told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising tombs. Happy reading. This sounds awful. I'm not reading all these stories out loud. Okay, heading out to the rendezvous point. Going through every book. So I have no idea what the hell those are for. Alright, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I'd borrow at least a few promising volumes. Alpha and Krill should also be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangibly relevant tunes, if there are any. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would be nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I'm quite fond of reading outside, but it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and asked how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphinoid and I were to return to Charlotte, we are not to be allowed across the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts in understanding his position and that of the forum will perhaps lead to reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day. I'm sure of it. And what have you got, Hara? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlotte, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Isbard. In fact, for generations my people have dwelt in Carvos, the coastal region opposite of the island of Tambir. The Algans founded a city in that fertile land and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Majit to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the fourth unreal calamity brought an end to the empire's reign, and when the fifth calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Convos braved the journey back to Erosia. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Algan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? The past 50 years, yes, some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region Locus Amarnus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of industrial imperial family, the nobles of House Dardis. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Algan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices have been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Algan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear discovery eventually tipped the scales, and decisions made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Alg. As the last children born with Algan I was given over to the custody of friends of the students of Baldacian, who had me registered as Charlian citizen. And having considered, forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thanker was taken in by the Archon Loitux, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Charlians than you might think. Regardless of our origins, we are proficient with equal opportunity to learn. With sufficient prosperity, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. This is exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Here, another good reason to get to the bottom of the foreign's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books. Logan, more companies should be arriving any moment now. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mrs. Crowell had already flicked through enough every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we'll be looking into the research papers on the unreal calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, may I ask you if Hikoshi related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarat firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. Thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomenon did the ancients encounter in the final days due night? I also don't know. I believe Herling's arc were some after the final days had arrived, quite deliberately, in fact. We spirit in the phenomenon caused by the final days, the chaos of creation magic run rampant, and what first comes to mind. Fear and despair manifest in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors rain from the sky, fires erupting from the grounds, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. More or less elegance with my understanding, if only arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, these techniques were not preserved or passing on. Yashala summarizes that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals, promulgated by the Asians. Was there aught else to note herald the approach of the final days? I think you may be misreading. As I recall, it was more of a gradual spread. The Emperor spoke of heating sounds, roses, blah blah blah. I really don't care. If the ground was crying out, you say, to be considered the harbinger of doom, it must be quite distinctive and possibly quite loud. I'll speak with one of the Nermian's mammoths and ask for any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What distinctive action did they take? the zodiac zone in France Fondes. Thank you both of you for the detailed review. I feel more confident now in my understanding of events. With all the freshly in mind, it does make me wonder if the Taflori truly mean what they speak of bringing back the final days. We see what they're doing with these towers of theirs. It's forcing people to silver petals. A kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech, a convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? But this is all pointless conjecture at this stage. Let's return our attention to the forum, shall we? We shall keep an eye out for Yashala. But it's time we begin studying these research papers. Am I last? I am last. Yeah, it is. My signature to the Arkham stacks produce one or two possibly useful books, but I won't get your hopes up. If you recall, Uringer learned the sources of reflections from the Gurren oracles, whereas potentially to cause panic and confusion, the tomb was deemed fairly and sealed away in the Great Google Library. It is even less likely the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. Stands to reason that my colleagues, be the Archons or counselors, should P4s be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when he confounded Master Fortune out with knowledge of the Teferi and their mechanisms, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the foreign would know if the final days were truly upon us. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the foreign's behavior is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Excuse me. Oh dear, you look excited. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any bugs on the subject I mentioned? day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a mammoth, the reference text will point you in the right direction. For a moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Ready for a tea break, Logan? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to classify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables. I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. As busy as ever, I see how very Charlene. There's no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this really gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested in hear what the average citizen has to say about the Tefari. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking for a shared table, then I respectfully request you look elsewhere. Mr. Sir, we are simply if you knew the Tefari. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear and... Wait, you're the Haslav Yurt girl, aren't you? And this man with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are, giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I've not to say to the likes of you. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Logan. That was pretty rude. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on Tefari and their considerable plans. My goodness, if it isn't young Mrs. Levelvier. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the farm, and if word reached Master Farsinet that I was helping you. I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. Oh, that didn't work out as you were hoping. Well, sir, what can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mrs. Ali's I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the last stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the stadium. That seems like ages ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphonor had set sail for Erosia, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip that your father disowned the pair of you. Everything alright at home? It's complicated. I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, this is House Lavivere. No matter how discreet Master Fortune may have been, as your family's doings never stay secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now, of all times? If you have questions that only Charlians have the answers, tell me, Master Dickon. Have you heard anything about the apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak to me. I wish there was more I could help with. Do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlotte, aren't you? And few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike out some friendly conversations while you're setting down the food. You might get the answers you're looking for. And by idea, I hate to ask, but what do you think? That's the spirit. Pay attention now. I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. The tea set is the chatty group sitting at the water's edge. Alma is the one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name Gisela. She's sitting on the outside table with her friend of hers. Bring them. You should see Majito gentleman. He ordered oven-baked lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. I don't remember. Oh, my tea set. Lovely, thank you. The Tafel who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them. Or their final days. My friends are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about the ritual arcane practice of the 6th Astral Era, Common or Stark, I'd be happy to talk your ear off. I find 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in. No time to waste. What? Tafara? Ah, yes, I remember seeing that. The name in the latest Gazette. Then is some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering when will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? But stay out of it, I say. The four made the right choice and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Alas, an oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scramped and saved and stuff to afford this heavenly dish. Final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. Must be busy time to be a gleaner. You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of sort. Travel the world procuring things that haven't been got here in Charlotte. Priceless books, unusual life specials, and so forth. So named for these folks who trail after their repeaters in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is the most meticulous and demanding profession. These Talfoi make good on their audacious threats, and many uncategorized rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads from the docks all day. I've never been to this heretic before, not like this. You control the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? And says the same one words final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dixon has had nothing to offer. He's the best source of gossip in the city. The foreign does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, the cup of coffee I promised. We'll enjoy our drinks elsewhere, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their waggling tongues. Yes, this should I say out of the wind and out of sight.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been, how being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
What are you doing, Logan? I'm not in shit.
They must be
But why you
ferrying
in here?
goods to Labyrinthos.
Go play with your friends, Logan.
A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait, didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
We should tell others what we've learned about the Gleamers. Go ahead and know Marion. I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cuts back. Welcome back, Logan. Been for a walk and clear your head, have you? Yeah, exactly. We did some property investigation and turned out information on the Gleaners. It makes sense. The Gleaners take the request directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo, it certainly gives the impression of an archiving plan being put into motion. Let's see what theory we can build from the facts. As Yashel observed earlier, Nimran's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Logan and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that the most Charlians know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Trifoi is wholly unlike those of these apocalyptic events. Or the foreign claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Erosia's request for aid. Now the Gleaners' official agents of the state have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it is a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service of the Forum's secret events.
Well, if that's the case, then we don't have to leave until 4. And then can't give the shot too early.
Yeah, in which case our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Lefteros and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. I said not everyone is a studious type. Consider this a welcome change of pace then. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I would like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That'd be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. Laris is not far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Time. Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It'll make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then. Ugh. Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every day I go so they take stock and liver throws, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before though. They just did one a few summers ago even. Then with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high demand. If I know the reason, could be that they're changing the layout, preparing for the next big expansion. Let me think. The Ray Seas should be item 1058. Cuban Seas 1059. Snowberry Seas 1060. Or was it 1061? My head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all of this at once and risk mixing up? What if someone mistakes Carthian carrots for the Garbanian carrots? What then? We're here to help give me more headaches because you don't have to look for a gleaner. I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have to pack up marmots running loose. Look at what tales did the gleaners have to tell. This grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're spending more inventory, sending more inventory somewhere else. They explained the haggard faces I've been seeing. But you're right, the foreigner is definitely up to something, and they're turning laboratories upside down in the process. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. Your game, Logan, I have an idea. Do one of the Gleaners you request to say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps you're willing to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined toward a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms up this Gleaner here. He can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. You wish to help me find the marmots? I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if offering it out of the goodness of your heart, I welcome the assistance. The name's Aaron Bell, friend, specialist in the collection of life specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxanian marmots is trivial. I have no desire to repeat. Guzzled mice, they call them. For our mercy, there's no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistake in our little futures. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack, gently of course. Oh, well then you should go pack your bag. Why are you getting on the computer? How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Ah, there's the old odd murmur out. Wait here a moment, while I put our friend in a holding cage. Didn't you leave it over at Grandpa's? Why not? Thankfully, Marmots seemed to be unharmed. They held up well in isolation, but it was much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. That's where Spartan said. They're the guiding authority behind Lavathros, after all. And this job was but one small part of his great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those are the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the farm has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Logan. Is this the cleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? And should immediately keep there, friend. Who are you folk anyways? I'm Cross, student of Baldesian. The others are my associates. Truth be told, Foreign's decision of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinth. We hoped that by seeing these decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical, never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? My duty calls other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more of your services. anything new from your friend here? There? So we covered that the order of this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. It was discovered that when the operation was begun, the Forum concocted the Gleaners' guild ship and put their people to this great work for some 4 days after the Tarpari made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, I incline to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Although it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive reconstruction of Labyrinthos, its archives, could have been planned in so brief a window. Yet this plan was long in the making. They were but away than the right time to put it into effect. And the first declaration was that set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we can conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinth. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we seem to find. In that case, how about we head to Arshan? From there we can reach the lower. Frill, what's wrong? Fine, Trillius. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Then that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. Please allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I'm on the way to the Arshan. We followed the path east through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse over Marmara, was it? Anyways, this is the trolls you need to watch out for. Mm-hmm. go ahead and turn